enough for me, but my brother, no.
So he got spooned? I mean, sorry, Jesus Christ. I meant to get hit by the wooden spoon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What Do You Dream podcast. I'm Nick with Christy.
Hi.
And today, Christy has recovered from the plague.
Again.
How many times has it been?
Oh, I think 3.
3?
Yeah.
Man,
I'm over it. I'm over winter. I'm done with winter.
Well, maybe you should, write a letter to the weather and go, yo, man, how about you... Old man yells at clouds. That's what you should be doing. Old lady goes and go, stop being so cold. I don't like this.
I'll go full Karen.
Yeah. Wait, am I older than you, or are you older than me?
I think
Are you 30 yet?
Yes. Thanks for reminding me.
Did you turn 30 did you turn 30 this year?
This year. When did you turn 30?
Okay, I'm older than you. I'm turning 31 this year.
When?
October.
You old shit.
Yeah. Wow, that's a bit ageist. That's what we like to see here. Just remember, everybody, we don't see race, creed, or colour. So just wanted that out there, because we're not mean like Christy is.
You know what? I have earned the right to be mean.
Oh my gosh. God damn it. So, as usual, if you have any dreams or anything like that, make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at What Do You Dream Podcast. And also don't forget to email us at whatdoyoudreampodcast@gmail.com for all of your dreams. Christy, do you have any dreams for us? Because you said you remember.
I did, but I forgot.
Yeah, I've been having that lately too. It's been bad because I've been out of habit for the last month, trying to get back into the rhythm with trying to remember dreams. I remember one dream I had last night, kind of, but it wasn't really worth. I don't think it's worth discussing on the show. It was very, because I think I've gotten out of the habit of remembering my dreams, which is bad for the show. But thankfully, there's a lot of people out there who are responding to us, so that's what we need.
Yes.
But
because when we're a failure,
yes, people can lift us up. But I've been coming back to having more vivid dreams because I've been taking melatonin for sleep. And that's been hitting me up with the weird dreams again. So I've just got to get back into the rhythm
of remembering.
But thankfully, our lovely community is being out there sharing their dreams with us. And today we're going to go through them again for you. Let's do this. Do you want to go with a heavy one to start with? Or do you want to save that? Right. We'll start heavy and then we'll make it fun. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so we have Sue Jackson. Where's Sue from? Let's see if it tells us. No idea. Anyway, so we got Sue. Sue writes, I dream every night about my mum and dad who have passed on. They are always together, but sometimes poorly and crying out to me for help. Other times they are fit and well. I wake up most mornings brokenhearted and that they're not here, and I feel if I could understand my dream, it would help so much.
Oh,
that's really sad. That's loss is always really rough to go through. I mean, I think we've all gone through it in some regard, and we've all lost someone really close to us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, Christy and I I'm speaking for Christy right now. I think we can both empathize with you because we know how hard it can be. Do you have any insight on this?
When did you say it happens every night?
Every night.
Wow. That's heavy.
That's heavy.
Because last time I talked about dreaming about my grandpa, but that doesn't happen a lot. It's not every night. That was last time I dreamt about him would have been a year and a half ago. Yeah,
because I think I've had, for me, it would be my auntie and grandma and my uncle, but it's been a bit.
Yeah, but see, it's not. This is her parents.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. This is where I can't empathize. All I can empathize on the element of having someone really close to me, but having your parents would be. I can speak from what my mum has gone through in terms of just like it's hard, and of course it's shit. That's really it. It's shit. It's not great.
I find it's a way of grieving, maybe, because some people don't really show their emotions and they got to hold it in for everyone else. So this might be her way of grieving, or it could have been, you know, she might have lost them at the same time, like a car accident or something. And she's trying to deal with a traumatic situation.
I think that's a good point, because I think it's that depending on the manner of which they passed, it would kind of inform us what's happening. Because if it was, because I've written back to Sue. It's been a week. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit slow. But if it was a traumatic event, you don't really get to grieve. You have a different type of grieving process. Whereas, like, if it's a long, drawn-out passing, even then
you're kind
it's
of
still
prepared
rough.
for it because you know it's coming.
Exactly. So if this was a traumatic event, it's probably... Look, I think with before I go any further, and maybe seek out some assistance through your doctor and mental health care provider or something like that. That might actually also be very beneficial, because I feel like it sounds like if you're being open to share, you might be able to share with a healthcare professional. But diving into the analysis of it, so yeah, I'm going to take it as both of them have just passed on by old age or what have you. So very simple. So I was doing a bit of research. So generally speaking, so when it comes to crying out, if they've got parents who are crying out or like looking shabby and all that kind of stuff, it's their way. They're representing something of trouble trouble to come. So that's where it's like your parents are out there looking out for you, knowing that something's going through. So it could also be a reflection, or it could also be a reflection of something bad has happened, and then your parents are kind of giving that emotion back to you. You know, they're kind of like, you've had something really bad happen, and then they're reflecting that back to you, so that you're kind of working your way through that in a dream. But I think with what you were saying, I think that's also a good point of working through your feelings.
Yeah. See, the whole screaming out makes me think something tragic happened.
It's not, that's a pretty atypical thing.
Yeah, because it could be just Sue?
Yeah, Sue.
Sue's way of dealing with, I should have, I don't know, maybe been there, or I should have helped, or I couldn't, you know, do anything about the situation. I couldn't help in any way.
Yeah, well, I think that's a good point. Like, because like, there's so much that you go through when you go through a loss, and that is this is that kind of complex emotional processing part of that grieving process. But I think the main thing is that I noted in my response was that it's very clear that she loved her parents.
Yeah.
And that she should take comfort in knowing that they're loved, and that they're obviously important to her, and that being able to contact them and being able to have them in her dreams is a good thing. As kind of embrace these feelings, let them, like, good and bad, let them as a way of grieving. So I think that's the main takeaway here, is that dreams do allow us to kind of be able to access that element of things and be able to deal with really complex emotions in a safer environment than we would, say, necessarily go in our day-to-day. So thank you so much again, Sue, for sharing that. That is, sorry for your loss, and much love from me and Christy. Now,
I thought you weren't going to say my name there for a second.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. Because like, I didn't know if I'm like, can I speak for Christy? Because we don't do that in the intro anymore. And I'm like, Christy's a strong, independent woman who doesn't need no man to tell her what to do. I don't know. Maybe you didn't share love. I don't know. You don't share love my way. No friend love my way. It's
I honestly thought you were just going to say it from you, and I was going to be like, wow.
And then you're going to cut in and go like, oh yeah, me too. Can I just be like, you know, it's like writing a really nicely done card, and then you appear on like a different type of ink, scrolled, and Christy. Like,
Just something that's been sticky taped on.
Yeah. It's just like, what are you doing, mate? God. Oh, sorry. See, that was a good. I like that. A bit of a little palate cleanse or something. We just had a bit of a laugh. Not that dream. That dream was very intimate.
Alright, just stop talking. Move on.
Okay. Anyway, so we also have. I don't know how to say Evisa. Eivissa. Evisa?
Evisa?
Evisa. I'm going to say Evisa. Evisa writes a response to Sue. When I dream about my mum, she's always cross with me. That's her dream. Well, when my mum is cross with me, I know I'm in trouble because she'll say, Nicholas! I shit my pants every single goddamn time. It doesn't matter. I'm 30. I'm a 30-year-old man. I can't deal with it. Anytime anyone refers to me as Nicholas, I think I'm in trouble. Oh shit! I just realized something. Someone listens to this and they can use this against me in a professional context. You know who you are. She'll go. So she's gonna go like Nicholas. I'm like, ah! It'd be like nothing. I'll be like, God damn it! So mean.
See, I don't have that because
yeah.
You can't really shorten my name.
Christabel? That's a weird. Christina? Because it's not Christina.
No,
it's Christy. Christy's your
Yes.
legal name.
Correct.
Cool. Did you have anything? Like what would your mum do when you did something bad, which I imagine was very frequent?
Actually, the opposite. I was a great child.
Really? Okay, so you're a shit adult then.
I'm probably going to be a shit elder. I'm just going to have no fucks, I reckon.
I mean, you have none to give now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's all downhill from here. She would threaten my brother and I with a wooden spoon. So she would pull open the cutlery drawer and like so hard that you could hear it shake when it hits the end of the railing.
Yeah.
And then she would pull out the wooden spoon and like slam it on the kitchen bench.
Yeah. Like a cop with a gun in an interview.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Boom.
And that would be enough for me, but my brother, no.
So he got spooned? I mean, sorry, Jesus Christ. I meant, did he get hit by the wooden spoon?
Yes, he got spooned.
Oh my
Many, many times. Sometimes she broke, I remember once she broke the spoon on his butt.
Damn.
Like, that's how hard she hit him. But, like, she'd only ever hit us on the ass. It wasn't, like, across the face or anything.
Yeah,
I
because
think
then
I
people
only
ask
got
questions.
hit once. Actually, I don't think I ever got hit. I just got threatened. My brother got hit because he's the kind of person that just pushes your buttons and just continues. And then after that, it was wait till your father get home. And then he was petrified of my dad.
Yep.
Still is. As a 32-year-old man
well, there you
who
go.
also lives at home.
Yeah, that's a bit of trauma.
So let's not open that.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I got smacked in the bum when I was like a real shit. Like, I guarantee that. Like, that's just...
Yeah.
But what else? I think I got threatened with no Kinder Surprises if I was being... a little shit, especially it was always in public because I always got a Kinder Surprise after they go into the shopping or anything, and I'm pretty sure that's been baked into me until now because I fucking hate shopping. I fucking hate it. I hate going around. I just dislike it, and I start going like, it's like what? It's like, are we done yet? It's like no, we're not done yet. It's like okay, it's like it doesn't matter who I'm with. It's like I remember I was with an ex, and then she's like, okay, we'll get you an ice cream at the end. I'm like, okay. I was in my 20s going like, I'll get an ice cream. It's like, I was fat as hell, so that was like perfect, hitting that food reward.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no wonder you were...
No wonder
all the freaking Kinder Surprises.
Or I wasn't a fat kid, I was a fat man.
I was a chubby kid.
You still are. Anyway.
Wow.
Never comment on a woman's weight unless it's Christy. I don't class her as a woman.
I grew out of it around year 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that grew, not the height.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because usually, like, it's always so funny watching. I think it's always funny watching like teenagers grow up because they're so strange. They're so like disproportionate. Especially there's something about like teenage boys. They look ridiculous, like they've been stretched, and everything's like, whoa, slow down, mate.
I know. I have a 12-year-old cousin.
Yep.
And her older sister is my age, so they have different dads because the mum remarried.
Yep.
And my 12-year-old cousin is taller than me.
Really? Oh, but you're not tall. You're not that tall.
She has no. I'm 157.
What's that in feet?
I don't know, but her shoe size is 8, and for a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
And my shoe size is a 5.
What was your height again?
I think 157, around that.
Okay, you're not classed for proportionate dwarfism. That's 4'11". I found that up. I found that.
I'm taller than my mum, so she might be half dwarf. Hold on, I will be able to find my exact height.
Okay, so while we're talking through that, I'm also quite tall. I'm about 6'2", 6'3". I don't know. I'm tall, so it's really fun. And your husband's about the same height, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, it's hilarious, like, anyone tall walking around her, because it's just like, oh, are you picking her up from school? No, she's 30.
I probably shouldn't wear school uniforms anymore.
Whatever you do with your husband in your own time is your own business.
Okay, I am 158 centimeters tall.
Wait, why did you go? Oh, is it like some like fitness report thing?
Yeah, I did an F45 challenge like last year, and they measure your height and everything.
Okay, so I've got a comment about that, but I'm going to answer this. We're going to talk about this dream, and then we're going to come back to it. So, Avisa, your dream about your mum being cross. I actually made a comment about saying my mum uses my full name. But usually it means you're feeling guilty about something you've done. Something you've done doesn't have to be big or small, but generally speaking, because if you're going back to your like primal state being a child, they're when you do something wrong, your parent's the one to like put discipline on you, find you guilty, find you that. So you kind of have that regression part of going like, have I done something? It doesn't have to be big. It can just be something little that you've done something, and it's just kind of, you're just feeling guilty about it in your dreams. That's kind of, yeah. What do you think about that? You agree with that?
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, okay. So, F41. We're going into fitness now.
F45.
45.
At least say it right. At least say it right.
It's a cult. I said it.
Did you know I go to F45? Have I mentioned that before?
It's just like, hey, we have some great material. You might want to read it sometime, or come in for a session. It's free. They're all really nice. Did you hear about their stock price went to shit?
I saw that. Do you know how many people tagged me in that article? I
imagine everyone, because you're worse than a bloody Mormon. You're just like, hi, I'm Christy. I'm 45, and
I do not.
Christy sounds like this, guys. As you can tell from listening for so long.
I reckon I was tagged in that article about 10 times.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Was it people you go to the gym with, or people you don't go to the gym with?
No, it's people I don't go to the gym with, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah. People go.
And I was, first of all, whatever. Then second, I was like, okay. I mean, I don't know if these people actually read the article, because it apparently only affected American chains, not Australian. And then the third stage, when I kept getting tagged in it, I was like, why? Why?
Were you feeling attacked?
Yes! I was like, why are you sending me this? Just because I like going there? Are you trying to make me sad? Like, what was your whole reasoning behind tagging me in this?
Yeah, no, see, yeah, okay,
Was
okay.
it to be like, ooh,
okay,
what are you going to do now, huh? What are you going to do now? Oh, there goes your F-45.
So were they people who would do that? That's the question.
I don't know. Some were, some weren't.
Okay, neutral response.
I just, in the end, I was like, y'all just be jealous.
Oh, are they not fitness people? Gym people?
No.
Okay.
Actually, not if I go to the gym.
Okay. No, because when I heard it, I was like, oh, I know Christy does. I hope this doesn't affect her. That's what I thought. Like, not like, no bullshit. I was just like, oh, I hope it doesn't close down the Fitness First here. So, yeah, that was kind of my first thought. And now I'm
Fitness
like,
First, F-45.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, I don't go to a chain. I go to, like, some bloody tiny little gym. I pay no money. I pay money. But, like, I pay nothing in fees, and it works for me. So I'm a bit of, like,
Does it, though? I mean...
Excuse me. I don't... You know what? That's fair, because I shit on you.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I shit on you, and like, oh, punchy. I didn't say that. Oh my god. That's...
Yeah, but if anyone actually read the article,
Yes.
it only affected American chains. So Australia still seems to be okay.
So, okay. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. Okay.
And it was only like, I think it was only like 10 chains that closed down. So I think that it's always the headline that makes it sound so much worse than what it actually is.
Well, generally when people digest the news, they just get the headline or they hear like the tagline and that's it. And then it's kind of pointless. It's just like you're not really taking in the information and thinking about where it's coming from, blah, blah, blah.
Because all the article said was, because obviously there's board members, right? And because it's a global gym, a global business, and just the head of the board left. That was it. And everyone was like, oh, the shares have gone down, blah, blah, blah. But like the rest of the board is still there. It was just the guy that ran it up and went.
Do you think he got a golden parachute?
I reckon he made money and he was like, I'm out of here.
I'm out.
Yeah. And then people freaked out and blah, blah, blah.
Well, because it's all it's one of those speculation markets where it's like, it
won't go under. They're freaking everywhere. And they're so popular.
Well, they had when did they... it wasn't within when we were adults. There was that period where there was a bit of a gym bust. But that was like when we were in our teens. So we wouldn't really... That wasn't really a thing that we kind of participated in.
No.
Okay.
No. No.
No?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
So we have another dream from Lucy. Lucy writes, when I was a child, and even in part of my adulthood, I would repeatedly dream that I would fly up and down above the staircase in my house. And in my childhood, I would often dream about seeing unknown objects and things so very close up that I could never understand what they were. Any hints of the meaning?
Well, the stairs might be like, well, the up and down. I don't know. That could mean something like she's very...
Yeah, okay, let's go with that. Yeah.
I think we've established after all these episodes I'm not very good at this.
You're just good at being mean.
Take it away, Nick.
Go, keep on going. I'm down. I'm down. Let me just see where you go with this, and I'll jump in. Don't worry.
No, because you're going to watch me crash and burn.
I want to watch this. Okay, I got this. Okay. So, dreaming about anything with flying generally indicates wanting to escape, wanting that bit of freedom. So that's kind of that part. Like that's a very common interpretation of it. But yours is a little bit different as it's about your house. So is it something that when you were a kid you may have probably felt that you were, and this is very common with especially teenagers and that early adolescence, is that you're feeling you're probably feeling locked in your home and kind of stuck in that routine, and that the flying was that element of being able to escape, escape that day to day and everything like that. But I trying to think about what the close up things could mean. Because usually when it comes to unknown objects and something that's really close, it couldn't mean something like a secret. You're keeping a secret that you're not able to share. And that part...
Or you feel like someone's keeping a secret from you.
That too. And that's manifesting in this way. I also need to write that down when I reply to that message. Because that was actually really good.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, because it's interesting because especially when it comes to flying, it's usually only it's like people are leaving above everything, but being in the, I've had similar dreams. I wouldn't say flying, but levitating. But I think that's just kind of splitting hairs at that point, right? I
don't think I've ever flown in a dream. Never.
Wow. I used to have a lot of flying dreams in high school. Where it was like, it would always start exact same way. I was always kind of in a field and there was a rock, like a nice, like little bouldery thing. And I would always run up to it. Then I would jump and then I would be like a couple of feet off the ground, just going straight ahead and just going super fast. And it felt awesome. Like, you always felt so cool. It always just felt so... Well, because you just felt like nothing. You felt like nothing was weighing you down. And you were just like, yeah! Or maybe you just always felt free.
Did you, like, fly past the boulder and be like, I like that boulder. That's a
nice boulder. And then I stopped and thought, I'm like, this meeting has layers. Like a parfait.
Ogres have layers.
Ogres are like onions.
What, they smell?
No, they have layers.
I love that movie.
That movie's so good.
Good.
Did you ever watch the one where there was a bunch of ogres? I don't know which one that was. Was that 4?
I think I've seen the second one, but I don't think I've ever seen the third one because it just got really crap after 2. I mean, they should have just left it at 1.
Oh no, I thought there was going to be a Shrek 5, but it looks like it was a meme. So
I did see that.
I was very confused. Yeah, okay, so it looks like there's a Shrek 4 has Rumpelstiltskin. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I didn't even know there was a Shrek 4.
Yeah.
I thought it stopped at 3.
Forever After, and it's got a bunch of ogres in it. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I think it's... Man, did you ever partake in any of the Shrek memes? Like Shrek is love?
No.
Oh my god, I'm gonna send that to you after. It's freaking weird. It's so strange. The internet loves Shrek for all the right reasons. I've
seen
obscure.
like a weird thing where someone's animated Shrek and he's like twerking.
Oh yeah, that's classic. Yeah.
But like that's all I've seen.
Yeah. Okay. Is that all? Yeah. Well, we're gonna do a meme education later on. But before we do that, I've got another dream for you. We got Gil.
Okay. Gil.
Jill. I'm so stupid. It's Jill. Gil. I thought I saw one. I'm tired. I had a long day. It's just, Jill, I'm sorry.
What have you done today?
Huh?
What have you done today, please?
I went to the gym.
Enlighten us.
I went to the gym. Had a good long session. I ran. I had walked the dog for a couple of Ks. It's been a long day. Slept in. Made some honey bacon. Made some honey garlic bacon. Delicious. Yeah, you gotta try it. Anyway, so Jill, right?
You have a very strange life.
I'm living my best life. Hey, how about you? What are you? Anyway, Jill writes that. Just the grunt. No, Jill writes, Jill writes, I am running from someone, but no after how I run. Okay, I need to.
Do you know how to read? Like, seriously, I know you're not Asian, but come
That's
on.
racist. Also, this person wrote it very poorly. Okay, I'm running for someone, but I don't know who it is. I am on the spot, and the person running after me is getting better and getting closer to me. I wake up very distressed. I had to rejig that because it was written very poorly. So she's running away from someone. She doesn't know who it is. They're getting faster. They're getting closer, and she wakes up upset.
I feel like this is something that's gonna bite her in the ass. So something in her life, she's holding something back, or she's done something and she's worried that karma's going to come back around and bite her in the ass.
Ooh. Wow.
That's what I feel.
That's a very succinct interpretation.
Because someone's chasing her and they're getting closer and closer. And, I mean, when someone's chasing you, it's not really ever going to be a good situation.
Someone chases you, it's like, here's a bunch of money. Ah! What are you doing? Have this money. Ah! Maybe it's like, have the Shrek 2 DVD.
Yeah, I feel like she's done something. Might not necessarily be bad, but she could have, I don't know, kept a secret or told a little white lie, or I don't know. And she feels like it's going to come back to haunt her in the ass.
Haunt her in the ass, like a ghost is looking for booty.
Ooh, booty ghost.
I'm looking for some thick bitches.
That should not have been that funny.
It's not. It's like lowest tier, but goddamn. Yeah, I'm the exact same. I'm the exact same way. Yeah, I agree with you in that I think it is that kind of coming from that anxious disposition. So she could also be anxious, and it's a perceived threat coming back, something that she feels worried about, something that, something that she's worrying about, but it is going to be coming to a head. I think that's kind of the main, that's definitely the main theme. Also, I'd like to write that someone commented, please translate. So I'm glad that I'm not the only one who had problems with that. Because...
Have you ever done something and karma's instantly come back around and got you?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I have.
Okay, well, tell me and see if I can rejig my memory.
I mean, I only asked you because I had a story, so I couldn't care less.
Trying to make it seem like it's an organic thing where it's just like, you're just thinking the whole time, like, I really want to tell my story. So that's basically it.
Pretty much.
I need to tell my story right now. Okay.
Well, I was in uni and I bought a pair of jeans. And I knew they were a little bit too big for me, but it was the only size left and I really wanted these jeans. So I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just buy them and I'll deal with it. I'll wear a belt or something. So I wore them the next day to uni. And they were too big. They were just way too big. Like, even with a belt, it was already at the last hoop. Yeah,
hoop.
yeah. So I couldn't tighten it anymore and they were just massive. So I put the tag back on the jeans and I took it back to the store and I was like, I want to return these, or can I exchange it for a different size or a different pair of jeans? And they were like, they've been worn. I was like, no, they haven't. They have not been worn. I had it on for like maybe 10 minutes just trying them on at home with different outfits and they're just too big. And he's like, no, these have definitely been worn. And I was like, they haven't. I wore them for a whole day at uni. And I was like, I wouldn't have worn them.
I like how you've been so obstinate, even though you know you were lying.
Oh, he knew I was lying. Like, yeah. Anyway, so in the end, he was like, fine, I'll do an exchange, but I know they've been worn. And I was like, whatever. So I went and got the proper size. I wore those the next day. And while walking to my uni, I slipped and fell on a puddle, and it was a full, like, I skidded and everything and I fell on my ass, and I was like, that was instant karma for lying about these jeans.
That's actually freaking hilarious. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't think of any time that's happened to me, any instant karma, because I'm not a bad person. Well, I do have a retail story based because it's close enough. I remember going to the Nike outlet and getting some shoes, but the bloody receptionist, the store clerk, checkout chick, forgot to take off the bloody security tag, and by the time I got home, and it's not close. It's like it's a bit of a trek. I'm not going to go all the way back there. So anyway, I googled how to take off the security tags, and I'm pretty sure now I'm like on a watch list of going like, this guy steals shit. I'm like, I didn't steal anything. But also the other problem was that I'm pretty sure I gave the receipt to a friend because he was going to use it for like the discount or whatever. So I couldn't get the receipt either, just to confirm it. So I was, So anyway, I didn't want it to explode because I was pretty sure it was one of the explodey ones. That like.
What do you mean explodey ones?
Sometimes no, it doesn't explode. I don't think this one exploded because sometimes you've got ones that explode when you try and take it off, like with your hands, and like it ruins the shirt. To show,
like it's got ink in it or something.
Yeah.
No,
it's a tiny explosive device that's been rigged so that you die. And then,
that's what I was like, where are you shopping?
You call off. When you
bombs
call,
are us.
Bombs are, yeah, exactly. What do you do? Where do you get your explosive devices? I don't know. So anyway, I ended up using a lighter to like melt it away, and then it just came right off.
Yeah, right.
We do not condone any form of illegal activities. And
no, we do not.
We're just saying is a story for,
I have never shoplifted.
I've never shoplifted.
Never.
I did when I was one. I was a little tacker. Because apparently, see? No, I've never actually stolen anything. I would basically just grab cards.
I caught someone stealing.
Ooh! Where?
Yeah, I was in a store, and obviously, and there were two guys also in the store, and they were like the bum bag Nike TNs type, if you know what I mean. And I could see out of the corner of my eye they were stuffing shirts under their hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned around and I was just staring at them. And one of them goes, "What are you looking at? Huh? You got something to say? Huh? And they started like fronting up to me, and I was like, I just stood there and staring at him. I didn't do anything.
What a chat move.
And he was just like, huh? What are you gonna do? Huh? Like he just kept coming at me, and then I was like, I just stood there and I just kept staring at him because I knew that was pissing him off. And anyway, and then his mate was like, sort of grabbed him, was like, let's just go. And then I just went and told the chick that worked there, and they called them.
What are you gonna do? Huh?
Yeah, I was like, he's not gonna hit me. Like, go for it. Go, try and hit me.
Do it, bitch.
I knew he wasn't going to, but
bitch, little piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Little wuss.
Exactly.
Bet you couldn't hit a paper bag.
Yeah, that's right. And I was like, if you hit me, well, then he hit me.
If you hit me, he hit me. That's
hit me.
Oh, whatever. He just punched my face, and then I was crying. It's fine. Oh gosh, and you know what else is fine? Is this dream from Lara. That makes it sound way grosser than it should. I'm sorry, Lara. I didn't mean to say it like that. So we have Lara. This seems interesting. This seems like something I would have. I usually dream that I'm trying to escape from zombies or that I'm a vampire that flies at night. But I don't have enough power, so I can't fly high enough. Those kind of dreams usually are usually full of supernatural creatures. That or a lot of people decide to have a party at my place. This part's not my dream. And are messing things up in there, and they don't want to leave, so I won't have enough time to sleep, eat before I go to work. So that's interesting. That's two very different types of dreams.
Well, the vampire one, stop watching Vampire Diaries. Stop binging the series. We all know it's on Netflix, and we only have till September to finish it, so I know you want to watch as many. I know, because I'm currently doing the same thing.
Okay. So this is projection. You're projecting your insecurities about this onto...
No, but we all know we only have till September till we got to finish 8 seasons of about like 25 episodes each. So, calm down on the Vampire Diaries.
Start watching them during your work day. It's the only way to get through this.
Not before you go to bed. And hashtag Team Damon. But
don't know what that means.
You don't need to know what that means, okay? Just agree.
Okay, yep. I'm on whatever side Christy decides on.
Okay. I want you to Google right now Stefan and Damon.
How do you spell Stefan?
Stefan. Stefan.
Oh, Stefan?
Yes.
Stefan. Okay.
And Damon.
Okay, that's the first thing that came up.
Which one would you pick?
I don't know their name. I would
just which one would you pick?
Brunette. The brunette one, the brown-haired dude?
Yep. See? Team Damon. See?
Okay.
Hashtag Team Damon.
Hashtag Team Damon. The other guy looks like his head doesn't match his body. It's weird. It's kind of like, yeah, no. Is that Sarah Michelle Gellar? No. It looks like her.
She was Buffy.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, who am I thinking of? Who plays Elena?
Nina Dobrev.
That's it.
Dobrev.
Yeah, she's the one that spoke to ghosts, right? In that ghost show? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so...
No! Ghost Whisperer.
Ghost Whisperer, yeah.
No! That was, do you know your supernatural shows?
Obviously I don't. I don't watch Supernatural either, so... All I know is Buffy. I've watched Buffy. That's a good show.
I never watched... I feel like you were either Charmed or Buffy, and I was Charmed.
I was Buffy. Well,
yeah,
I got into
of course
Buffy.
you were.
I got into Buffy later. Maybe that's why I set up my liking of blondes.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Have you dated a blonde lately?
Not lately. My first wave of women to the full cast. It's not many.
The one.
Two blondes. But then lately it's been brunettes. Yeah. So.
Maybe you need to go back to blondes.
Back to blondes because they have more fun?
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say they have more fun.
No. How about redheads?
No. Yeah.
Yeah?
But I feel like redheads go with redheads to keep that bloodline pure. to keep them pure.
Like a vampire bloodline?
The
Are you saying they're gingers are vampires? This is confirmed.
Do you know gingers are like becoming extinct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're mixing with other races.
Yeah.
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 Is that a
No. You know what? I don't think I have a ginger friend.
Well, that's racist.
No. Like I don't think any of my friends are rangers.
Rang is a term Australians use for redheads. So
yes.
We've got to clarify that.
Yes.
I don't think I have any. Not that I can think of.
But, I mean, if you are a redhead and want to be my friend, I'd be more than happy to accept you into my life.
Yeah, so make sure you email us at whatdoyoudreampodcast@gmail.com. We will be actively taking friends for Christy. Make sure you have a headshot and your likes, dislikes.
And your 5 favourite things to do.
And also your dietary requirements. No vegans.
Yeah, no vegans.
No vegans.
And must like F45. Sorry.
Must like F45.
We need something to talk about.
Oh my god.
We need to talk about Redline. We need to talk about Redline.
What the hell? Sorry, you got... okay, I'm going to finish doing this. I'm going to come back to this F45 thing. Okay. Zombies escape. Zombies, very classic. Again, I have zombie dreams. It's about trying to get away from something that you've possibly done. This seems to be a very big theme. It's an anxiety-driven dream, but also it's an element of excitement in your day-to-day that you're not getting. So you're getting these two kind of things. But also there's the other element that zombies are a representation of something that has been buried coming back to haunt you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And you've got vampires. Vampires are strange. So put that on a ship. Vampires are strange. Vampires are that kind of... See, in the current pop culture frame, it's been very... vampires have always been very sexy. That's always been a very common thing. And it's kind of like, you've got life, you're cool. It's
you're immortal.
You're immortal. It's a bit sexy.
Strong.
Yeah, all this
in some cases, you sparkle in the sun.
No, we don't talk about that. But not being able to fly is interesting because that means that you're not fulfilling your potential, that what you are. You have untapped potential, as in you feel like you're not fulfilling your dreams, being more than being up to your standards or being what you thought you would be. So it's kind of so you need to eat more people. That's that's how it works with vampires, right?
Don't turn to cannibalism, please, people.
Vampires are a different species to humans. It's not cannibalism.
Well, they don't eat people. They drink their blood.
Okay. So if I drink people...
If you're going to talk about vampires, at least talk about them properly.
Yeah. Some vampires eat people. I don't know. But I don't know what it means about having a party at your place. That's like... Is it a bit of a anxiety dream? Or is it that like you have a fear of letting people in? Because if you let people in... Ooh, that's it! Ooh. If you have a feeling you're afraid of letting people in because they might hurt you. That's probably what I'm going to take that as. It's a...
I feel like you can't live like that though.
Oh. Okay.
Or is that you? Is that you?
No. Okay, so... interpersonally with friends, I'm very open. I'm a very open book. There's nothing. But when it comes to dating, it's every time I have, it doesn't end well. So
I think that's just you.
That's just me. It's like I can attract, not in a sexy way, but I can attract people who are good friends. That seems to be an interesting thing. But usually the two skills are like one and the same. Being able to attract friends, you should be able to attract a good partner. You see what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because they're interpersonal skills, so you got to be able to use those interpersonal skills in the same way. I know there's differences, obviously, but yeah. So Lara, let people in your life so that you can drain their blood. So F45, what the hell? So you guys have to it's do shit in 45 minutes, right? That's kind of the premise. Like, do shit in 45 minutes and then you get, like, scored.
That's a pretty gnarly shit. And I mean, by the end of it, you're red-faced, sweaty. Yeah. That's how Elvis died.
Yeah, he did die. Also a lot of meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there are a few people at the gym who do meth.
Now your heart would stop.
Maybe not meth, but, like...
PEDs.
Steroids.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's very... Recreational steroid use is quite high in Australia. I've contemplated it, but then I'm like, I don't want to lose my dick.
Yeah.
You lose your hair, and then your dick... Actually, no, you lose your balls. You lose your balls because they produce testosterone, and if you're taking stuff to do testosterone, then your balls shrink because they're not producing it. They don't need to produce it because you're taking it like through, yeah. So that's one thing. And also, like, I don't know anybody, especially when it comes to weightlifters or bodybuilders or anything like that, who live very long on it. Their heart usually conks out.
Yeah.
So, like, that's not... It's fun because, yeah, it's an interesting... Okay, now I'm going on a different tangent now. So, because the interesting thing, when it comes to male... Like, I think we're really good at talking about ladies' body shapes. I think we've been really, really good about that for, I don't know, last 20 years? 30 maybe? Probably 20. But I don't think with men, it's not really a thing. We don't talk about, like, it's always be big and strong. You know,
yeah,
don't be fat,
but I think
be big
the only
and strong.
reason we've talked about women's a lot lately is because women get ridiculed for everything. You're too thin. You're too fat. You're not tall enough. You're too tall. Your nose is too big. You're blah, blah, blah. Like, you have cellulite. You have stretch marks. You have this. You have hips. You have boobs. Like,
I
think that's... whereas men don't get that.
They
not to the scale that women do.
But then that being said, like...
Or have.
That being said, like, I think going to the point of, like, media and stuff, it's like, if you don't have a six-pack, then you got nothing. If you're not muscly, you're not big. Think about every single movie that has someone without their shirt on has a six-pack. And they're huge. Thor's one, Logan, anything with
you're describing all superheroes though.
Well, even action stuff as well. Because think about stuff that men would be taking in, where like we praise like what? We praise Chris Pratt. Is it Chris Pratt? Yeah, Chris Pratt, the guy who plays Thor, Chris Hemsworth, all these men. It's like, oh, look at this. They're able to have all they do is work out all day and have boiled chicken and stuff, and they get big. It's just like, no, they're taking supplements, and it's part of their job, which is fine. I got no problem with people doing this kind of stuff, but I think it's good for people to be like, hey, maybe we should be like open about this and just understand that, because then you got a lot of young boys who like try and get big. Because I think that's why my brain went that way, because I want to be big and strong. Because you don't know, man wants to be weak, which goes to its own problem of like what being a man is. You know what I mean? It's like I think it's men have men issues. You get what I mean? Not to say that women's issues aren't important. By far from that. I think it's very important, but I think men have their own issues that don't get talked about. Because you see what I mean?
But going back to the whole Chris Pratt thing, so when he was in, was it Parks and Rec?
Parks and Rec.
Is that what he was in?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't fit then, and he obviously, when he started becoming a big movie action star, he got super fit, right?
Yeah.
And everyone praised him. They're like, look how far he's come, blah, blah, blah. But then like Rebel Wilson, for example, did the exact same thing. She's lost a ton of weight, and all she's received from doing that is backlash. From
fat women.
No.
No, it's true. It is from fat women.
No, but she said even coming from Hollywood producers, her own team were telling her not to lose weight.
Yeah, because that kind of trope of I'm fat and funny, it's fucking I hate that trope.
And they were like she was like, I'm doing this for my health. Like she's like, I went to the doctor and they told me I need to change my habits, otherwise I'm not going to live for long.
But there was
and then her own bloody team's telling her not to lose weight because she won't get roles.
But had a lot of, there was a lot of backlash from female fat body acceptance people as well, and it was very vicious. Same Adele Adele went through the same problem. Saying that it's just like, well, she should have felt comfortable in her body and this and that. It's like, there's a fine line. It's like, yes, feel comfortable in your body, but not at the detriment of health. That's like, you know what I mean?
But see, guys don't get that when they go from normal to six pack.
But
they're just like, oh, look how ripped he is. Look how good he did. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no. But again, no. But this is what I'm saying is that it's I think I think women aren't accepted being fat, and that's a problem. But men are to a degree, and I think that's a huge problem. I think it's a big problem. I think it's that but it's like I think that's a male issue on body shape. We just accept fatness and we praise it when they're not fat. But then we don't talk about getting from point A to point B. You see what I mean? It's like that different. It's different, but I think but not saying that what happened, like that shit that happened to Rebel Wilson's fucking shit. Like that's not fair. Like
she looks amazing. Good on her.
Great. And like same with Adele. They both have very they both have very similar kind of story, which is that's just really cool. I think especially when it comes to weight loss stuff, being a former fat person, I always get cranky when it comes to...
I don't know why I laughed.
What? It's funny to say. I don't have a problem... Jesus Christ. I don't have a problem with that. I think it's a funny thing to say as a former fat person. Because it's like anyone who's just like... Especially when you see like... What was it? I remember once watching something on Q&A and this like... This... I'm going to be mean. This humongous woman. Like dangerous for herself. And she's like, I swim like 5 kilometers a day and this kind of stuff. And it's just like, no, you don't. If you did, you wouldn't be that big. Like, let's be real.
Or she might swim 5 kilometers a day, but then eats.
Floating doesn't count.
Oh, okay, moving on.
Look, and I understand when it comes to weight, it's very unique for every single person, and their journey is their journey. But as soon as someone starts shitting on somebody else for that person's weight loss journey and fitness journey, I've got a bit of a problem. That's why I shit on people who are shitting on other people about their weight loss journeys, because I
agree.
It's ridiculous, you know? But anyway, with F45, I almost said fitness first. So do you guys, it's like a game, right? You got like scoreboards and shit?
No, it's not scoreboards. Well, you can like get a heart rate monitor, which is what I have, and it tracks your heart rate, obviously, throughout the whole workout, and you accumulate points. So the harder you work, the more points you get. It doesn't necessarily. It's just sort of to, I don't know. So you can be, if someone else has a heart rate, you can be competitive with that person if you want to, or you can be competitive with yourself.
You're gamifying it. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it really worked. I used to do it without the heart rate monitor, and then I got it, and now I'm always checking the board, like, to see who's ahead of me, and I need to work that little bit harder.
Yeah, because it works with your brain. Your brain's very...
Yeah.
You've got a very competitive brain, so having that works really, really well for you.
Yes.
I think I'd probably work really well with that because I'm very...
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay. That's it. Because I thought it was like... Yeah. So is it culty?
100%.
Okay. I'm glad. Okay.
Yeah. 100%.
100% culty.
I just the reason I like going there is because I know it's 45 minutes.
Yep.
And I'll be done.
Yep.
Everything's set up for me.
Yep.
The workout is on the board.
Yep.
So every workout, they've got like a demonstration of how it's done. So if you forget, you can just, once you move to the next work exercise, if you forget what it was, it's up on the board. And everything's just set up for you. You don't have to go in and fight for dumbbells or fight for a machine.
Yeah.
You don't have to make sure you put it all back and everything. And
okay.
I don't know, it's just convenient.
Okay.
And it's fun. Like, it depends. Like, the studio I go to, they make it fun. And, like, I have friends there and we have a laugh while exercising. Or if there's an exercise we don't want to do, we just muck around. So, like, we've got a good studio. So, it might not be to every other studio, but...
So, where do you sign your soul away?
With blood. So they make
cool.
you, they give you a knife and you got to cut down your palm.
Yeah. Well, it's healed really well.
Yeah, you got to stamp it on a piece of paper.
Yep. Okay.
And then after that, they burn it. So
yeah, cool. That's okay. Yep. Because otherwise, Satan
and then there's
can't
a whole
take
ritual.
It.
There's like a whole seance ritual you got to do before you start your first class.
How much are the robes?
About. I think I pay. You got to pay weekly for a robe.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I think I pay about $50 for a robe a week.
Is it rental or?
Well, you don't really want to. No, you don't want someone else's robe. It's all sweaty and shit.
It's a health hazard. It makes sense. Okay, I'm glad you really clarified that for me because I really need to know that. And
yes.
on that occulted note, I'd like to say thank you so much for listening, if indeed you still are. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at What Do You Dream Podcast, and also email us at whatdoyoudreampodcast@gmail.com. Again, thank you for listening, and good night.